People who have children deserve support from the state, yet families come in many different forms, and the benefits and tax allowances they require are just as varied. These include child benefit, the supplementary child allowance, maintenance advances, tax allowances for children, and tax relief for single parents. All families receive child benefit or Kindergeld regardless of their income. It is generally paid for all children up to the age of 18. Child benefit is paid for unemployed children up to the age of 21, and for children undertaking vocational training up to the age of 25. Applications for child benefit are submitted in writing. The agency responsible is normally the Federal Employment Agency's Family Benefits Office, or Familienkasse. The monthly child benefit rate is €194 each for the first and second children, €200 for the third child, and €225 for each additional child. Income is untaxable up to a child's subsistence level, and this principle is ensured by child benefit or the tax allowances for children. All parents are entitled to the tax allowances without conditions until the child turns 18. After the child's 18th birthday, the tax allowances are granted in certain circumstances until the child turns 25, for example, if the child is undertaking vocational training. The tax-free child allowance is €4,788, and each parent is entitled to half of this amount. In certain circumstances, single parents can be entitled to the entire amount. There is also an additional tax allowance for childcare, education, or vocational training needs, totaling €2,640. Again, each parent is normally entitled to half of this amount. Single parents of minor children can apply to have the other parent's share transferred to them. The tax office decides whether to grant the tax allowances for children. It checks which option is most beneficial in the course of income tax assessment. If child benefit is worth less than the tax relief provided by the tax allowances for children, these allowances, less the amount of child benefit already paid out, are deducted from the parent's taxable income. Parents who earn enough to support themselves, but not their children, receive the supplementary child allowance, or Kinderzuschlag. This is paid for each unmarried child up to the age of 25 if the following conditions are met. The parents must receive child benefit for the child in question. In addition, they must not be entitled to unemployment benefit too. The parent's income must not be below a certain minimum level or above a specific maximum level. The supplementary child allowance is a maximum of €170 per month. Benefits relating to education and participation can also be received. Applications for the supplementary child allowance are submitted in writing to the Federal Employment Agency's Family Benefits Office, or Familienkasse. The Federal Ministry for Family Affairs offers an online tool which enables you to check whether you are entitled to the supplementary child allowance. If children do not receive maintenance payments to which they are entitled, support can be provided in the form of a maintenance advance, or Unterhaltvorschuss. This is paid until the child's 18th birthday at the latest. The monthly advance is €154 for children up to the age of 5 and €205 for children aged 6 to 11. The single parent's income is irrelevant in this context. Children aged 12 to 17 are entitled to a maintenance advance if they are not dependent on benefits under Book 2 of the Social Code, or if the single parent has gross monthly earnings of at least €600 while receiving benefits under Book 2 of the Social Code. If these conditions are met, the child receives a monthly maintenance advance of €273. Applications for a maintenance advance must be submitted in writing, normally to the local Youth Welfare Office, or Jugendamt. In certain circumstances, children who are foreign nationals can also receive a maintenance advance. Single parents receive special treatment with regard to income tax. They benefit from tax relief for single parents. This is an additional tax allowance of €1,908. the amount of tax relief increases by €240 for each further child, starting with the second child. The €1,908 in tax relief is automatically applied via Filing Status 2, the tax filing status for single parents. The increases for further children are, upon request, added to the parent's wage tax card as a tax allowance by the local tax office. Further information on the benefits and assistance available can be found on the website of the Federal Ministry for Family Affairs and on the Familienwegweiser site. You can also use the online tool provided by the Federal Ministry for Family Affairs. This allows you to enter a few details and find out which family benefits you may be eligible to receive.